Welcome to another incredible day of learning. Today, we get to practice our handwriting skills and learn all about how to write capital and lowercase U. And I know that you are going to do a super job. Are you ready to get started? Welcome, friends. Today, we're learning all about how to write the letter U. U is such an important letter to learn how to write because the letter U is another one of our vowels. And the vowels are found in every single word that we read, write, and spell. Not only that, scholars, the vowels are special and unique, just like you. Vowels are special because they make not one, but two sounds. All the vowels make a long sound and a short sound. The letter U, the letter we're writing today, makes the short sound and it makes the long sound U. There are so many great words in the English language that have the short sound of U, in the middle. Some of those words are bus, sun, cup, pup, run, one of my favorite things to do, hug, one of my favorite things to give, and even fun words like gum. Well, now that we've talked about this great letter, let's jump to it and get started with our first activity. In our first activity today, we're going to train our brain the steps and movements in learning how to make a capital and lowercase u. And for this first activity, we don't even need to pick up a pencil. Nope, all we're going to need is one of our two pointer fingers. This first activity is what Miss Chandra likes to call air write. You're welcome to sit or stand for this first activity. Just make sure that you're comfortable. Remember those pointer fingers that I was talking about? Go ahead and get out the pointer finger right now that matches the hand that you write with. I've got mine. Do you have yours, friends? Great job and great listening. Okay, with our pointer fingers, we're going to learn the steps and movements first in how to make a capital U, or the big one. There is only one step to making a capital U. Let me show you on your screen right now what capital U will look like. We'll count the step as we write. Are you watching? Great job, scholars. Here I go. 1. Are you ready to try? Well, let me show you one more time. I'm going to put some clouds up and our handwriting lines on your screen right now. To make a capital U, we're going to start from the top line and draw a straight line all the way down to the bottom. When we reach the bottom, we don't pick up our pencil or finger. We just turn our movement into a curved line and then come right back up on the other side, ending with a straight line back to the top. The letter U is a really fun letter to write, and it makes one continuous movement. Let's do it together one time right now. Ready? Pointers up. 1. Great job, scholars. Are you ready to try again? Super. Here come those clouds, and let's do it. Ready? 1. Great work, friends. Let's do it again. Capital U. Ready? 1. And one more time, because the things we do the most are the things we do the best. Ready, writers? Go! 1. Great job, scholars, teaching your brain the step and movement in making a capital U. And well done air writing right in front of your screen. Are you ready to learn how to write lowercase u, or the little one? Well, great, because I'm ready to teach it to you. Lowercase u is a little bit more tricky. There's not one, but 2 steps in making a lowercase u. Let me show you one time on your screen right now what lowercase u will look like. I'll count the steps as I write. Are you watching? Great job, friends. Here I go. 1, 2. Let me throw up our handwriting lines and let me walk you through how to write a lowercase u. To make a lowercase u, you'll start on the middle line. Begin with that same straight line down and turn it into a curved line at the bottom. Then pick up your finger or pencil, go back to the middle line and make another straight line down, connecting it to where you stopped your first curved line. Are you ready to try with me? Okay, great. Let's put those clouds up and remember to count the steps as you write. Here we go. 1, 2. Great job, scholars. Do it again. Ready? 1, 2. One more time, friends. Ready? 1, 2. Great job, scholars, practicing lowercase u. I can tell our brains are learning the steps and movements in how to make both a lowercase u and a capital U. So let's keep this fun up, and let's keep our learning up by jumping to our next activity. This one is one of my favorites, and what I like to call Shaving Cream Supreme. For this activity, scholars, we're going to use our imagination. We're going to pretend that we're writing in a big fluffy pile of shaving cream. And since we really don't have shaving cream, we're going to keep up that writing practice in the air with our air writing. As we write in the air in front of our screens, capital and lowercase u, you're going to see a pile of shaving cream on your screen. As you write in the air, those letters will appear in the shaving cream. Are you ready to get started? Me too. Let's start off by practicing capital U, or the big one. And remember, friends, there's only one continuous movement or one step in writing capital U. Are you ready? Point your fingers up. And here comes that shaving cream. Ready, scholars? 1. Excellent job. Do it again. Ready? 1. Great work. Is your finger getting sticky? Mine too. Let's do it again. Ready? 1. Great job, scholars. Are you ready to try lowercase u now? Awesome. I am too. Let me quickly show you one more time on your screen what lowercase u will look like. Remember, friends, there are 2 steps in writing a lowercase u. It will look like this. 1, 2. Are you ready? Okay, air writing in front of the air, pretending you're writing in a big fluffy pile of shaving cream. Here comes that cream. 1, 2. Do it again, scholars. Ready? 1, 2. Keep it up, friends. Do it again. Ready? 1, 2. Scholars, you are doing a fantastic job with your handwriting today. Let's close out this game with a challenge. For the challenge, you're going to first write a big capital U. And then when you're finished, right next door, you're going to write a lowercase u. Are you ready? Okay, here comes that shaving cream. Capital U first. Ready, friends? 1. Great job. That capital U looks beautiful. Now lowercase u right next door. Ready? 1, 2. Great job, scholars. Way to tackle that challenge and practice writing both capital and lowercase u. Well, with all that practice and warming up, I'm confident that we're ready to tackle writing capital and lowercase u on real paper with real pencils. But before we can do that, let's quickly go through a supply check to make sure that you have all the supplies and materials that you need for this next part of the video. First up, friends, let's make sure that you have a good, sharp pencil. Make sure that pencil is ready to write. If you've learned with me before, you know that I like to recommend not one, but 2 pencils. That way, if one breaks, you can toss the broken one, and you can pick up a spare and just keep writing, learning, and going with me. If you have your pencil or pencils, the next thing that I need you to have is a good eraser. If your pencil already has an eraser at the end of it, you're good to go. Or maybe you have a standalone eraser like mine. Any kind is fine. Just make sure that you have something to erase with. Okie dokie. If you've got your pencils and something to erase with, the next thing that I need you to have today is something to color with. You might have some coloring crayons or maybe some colored pencils. Either one is fine. Just make sure you have something to color with. Whew! Okay, there's one more thing that you need today, scholars. The last thing that Miss Chandra needs you to have is our Happy Handwriting with the Letter U worksheet. If you have all of those things in front of you, you're ready to go. Great job getting set up. If not, no worries. In just a minute, when I say press pause on your video. Go ahead and get yourself set up with all the supplies and materials that you need. When you're ready to start this worksheet with us, press play and come right back to me. Are you ready, scholars? Go for it. Get yourself set up. Press pause now. Welcome back, learners, and great job getting yourself all set up. I can't wait to start our worksheet together. Before we do, let me show you one more time on my jumbo teacher paper how we're going to write capital and lowercase u. Let's begin by reviewing how we're going to write capital U today. Remember, scholars, capital U is just one step. Can you count the step for me as I write? Well, thank you. Here I go.
1.
Capital U is one continuous movement. We're going to start at the top and begin with a straight line down that will turn into a curved line and come right back up, like this. Can you count for me one last time as I write it again? Thank you, scholars. I'm ready.
1.
Thanks for helping me. Okay, let's review how we're going to write lowercase u. And remember, scholars, this one is not 1, but
2.
You got it, 2 steps. To make a lowercase u, we're going to start on the middle line and draw first a straight line down. 1. I started to curve that line when I got to the bottom. Then, in step 2, I'll draw a straight line down to connect that curved line that I made. 2. Can you help me count as I do it again? Well, thank you. I'm listening.
1. 2.
One last time. Ready, scholars?
1. 2.
Great job, scholars. Thanks for counting the steps as I quickly reviewed how we're going to write capital and lowercase u today. Are you ready to tackle that worksheet? Me too. All right, scholars, let's start off strong by picking up those pencils and getting our names written nice and neat at the top of our papers. I'm going to write my name at the top of my paper. As you begin to write your name at the top of your paper, remember, scholars, to take your time. It's not a race. Use your personal best handwriting and try your best to write your name as nice and neat as you can. Your name is special and beautiful just like you, so we want to have pride when we write our name and write it nice and neat. All right, scholars, great job getting your name nice and neat at the top of your paper. I'm ready to start off with our step 1 and tracing that first capital U. If you need any more time to get yourself set up or to finish up putting your name at the top of your paper, just press pause now. When you're ready to start with step 1 and tracing your capital U's, press play, come right back to me, and we're going to start tracing together. Okie dokie, friends, here we are, all ready to begin our writing. With your pencil, let's touch the top of that first capital U. And let's trace together as we count the step. Ready? 1. Great job, tracers. Let's trace the second one. Ready? 1. Great job, scholars. When you're ready, tracing that third and final U. Ready? 1. All right, writers, now it's time for us to write lowercase u all by ourselves. Let's start at that first dot on our paper. We will count the step as we write. The first one together. Ready? 1. How'd you do? How does it look? Well, let's do it again because the things we do the most are the things we do the best. Starting at that second dot. Ready? 1. Excellent job, scholars. When you're ready, let's write that third and final U. Ready? 1. As we let all of our friends finish up that first line in tracing and writing capital U, your next job is to be a letter detective. I need you to search, hunt, and find the capital U that you think is your personal best. Which one do you like the most? Go ahead and pick out your favorite one right now. For Miss Chandra, I think my personal best U is the last one that I did, number 3. When you find yours, I want you to put a big happy face above it. I'm going to put a happy face above my favorite. All right, scholars, we're moving right along and we're ready to jump to the middle line where we're going to trace 3 lowercase u's and then write 3 lowercase u's all by ourselves. I'm all ready to start off with tracing that first lowercase u. If you're ready, join me right now. If you need any more time, remember, friends, you can always press pause on your video. When you get caught up and you're ready to move on, just press play. Okay, here we are, friends, ready to trace that first lowercase u. Let's count the steps as we trace. Ready? 1, 2. Great job, scholars, moving right along to the next U when you're ready. 1, 2. Way to work hard, scholars. You're doing such a great job, and I'm so proud of you. You have one more U left to trace. Are you ready? Let's do it, counting the steps as we trace. 1, 2. Next up, we're going to write 3 lowercase u's all by ourselves. Let's start off by starting with that first dot on the middle line. Ready, scholars? 1, 2. Great job, writers. I'm going to ask you now to be independent. That means in just a minute, I'm going to say press pause on your video. Your job after you press pause is to finish up writing your lowercase u's all by yourself. When you're all finished, press play, come right back to me, and we'll move right along to the third and final line together. Are you ready, superstars? I know you can do it. Go for it. Be independent. Press pause now. Great work, scholars. Way to be independent and try your best all by yourself. Go ahead and take a quick minute and check your paper with mine on your screen right now. As you're double checking your work, your next job is going to be a letter detective. Please search, hunt, and find your personal best lowercase u that you just wrote all by yourself. When you find the one that you like the best, put a happy face above it. For Miss Chandra, I think my personal best lowercase u is the first one I did today, so I'm going to put a happy face above it. Which one did you pick? Well, thanks for sharing with me, and great job! All right, friends, we're moving right along to that third and final line, where we get to trace a capital U, then write a capital U. Trace a lowercase u, then write a lowercase u, then repeat, then repeat. Are you ready to start tracing that capital U? Me too. Let's do it. Ready, scholars? 1. And then whenever you're ready, writing a capital U all by yourself right next door. 1. And when you're all done tracing and writing that capital U, we're moving to that lowercase u. Let's start off by tracing that lowercase u first, counting the steps as we trace. 1, 2. And whenever you're ready, moving to that middle dot and writing a lowercase u all by yourself. 1, 2. Guess what I'm going to ask you to do again? Yes, friends, I want you to practice doing things by yourself and being more and more independent. That means when I say press pause, you're going to finish up line 3 all by yourself. When you press pause, go ahead and trace your last capital U, then write it one time all by yourself. Then trace that last lowercase u and write it one time all by yourself. When you're all done, press play, come right back to me, and we'll finish up our handwriting lesson together. Go for it, superstars! Press pause now. Way to go, scholars, finishing up line 3 all by yourself. Go ahead and take a minute and check your paper with mine right now. After our lesson today and on your own, you're going to finish up step 3 and step 4 all by yourself. Let me quickly go over the directions with you. In step 3, you're going to color 2 pictures of things in the real world that start with the letter U and its short sound You're going to be coloring an arrow that's pointing up and an umbrella. Then you're going to draw something that starts with U. I can't wait to see what you come up with. And remember, scholars, when you finish this worksheet or any of our worksheets, we love seeing your completed work, and we love celebrating you for the hard work that you do. If you'd like to share your completed worksheet or worksheets with us, simply ask an adult to either email us at the email address you see on your screen, or feel free to tag us on any of our social media channels. Speaking of exceptional work, let's check out an incredible exemplar paper from scholar Adriana. Adriana did an excellent job tracing and writing her capital and lowercase u's all by herself, and she picked out her favorite u's. Adriana did an excellent job completing her third and final line where she traced and wrote capital and lowercase u. Adriana colored her 2 pictures that started with U and its short sound and even wrote the word for up matching her arrow. Adriana then drew a picture of a unicorn because unicorn starts with U's long sound U. Well, speaking of you did an excellent job today learning how to write capital and lowercase u. I am so proud of your hard work. Well, it looks like David got into some of our shaving cream from earlier. I guess I better go help him get cleaned up. Silly dinosaur. We'll catch you again for our next lesson, friends. Bye, scholars!